there, as both Williams set a 1:38 and a 1:32.6. Good, always good. So following the McLaren of Raceboro here now. He is also on a fast lap, with only Blood Pringle still being in the pits as Giraffe has come out on track. So far, not that special times, as there in the Red Bull headset has set a 1:31.5 to split the Williams apart. As we see Racewell encountering some traffic here, not the best. STX sets the fast time for now with a 1:29.9. As the other Ferrari of Den Haag, Haan, setting a 1:30.9 also. As we see the McLaren of Racewell coming out of the last corner and setting a 1:31.2. That's good enough for 8th place. As we're now following Blue Giraffe on their fast lap. It's these next curves, you do not want to touch them, you'll lose your rear end, most likely, and end up in those barriers, black barriers behind there. As he is really searching up the limit with track limits here. The RRC open and sets the third fast time with a 1:30.4. With Blood Pringle now on their fast lap in the Mercedes. The only Mercedes out on track right now. As after qualifying, Mercedes has gone to there. That's sad. Yeah, seems to just be driving off track for some reason. Well, whatever. As we're following Blue Giraffe now, again. Let's follow this Williams of Klikes? They're not pronounce his name properly, sorry. As we see him coming through these first few corners right here onto the second straight. But yeah, so far not too much of a pole change so far, as everybody has just been taking it slow, trying to get a feel for the track also. So as their current best time is a 1:30.5. Let's see if he can improve, as Mercedes of Pringle goes slow, causing for the yellow portion up ahead that has already cleared. As Cox now coming through one of the most irritating corners I think myself, as he is weaving around, maybe not going for such a fast time, or just having fun as he empties the pits. As we're now following his teammate, who sets a improvement at all, actually. As Blood Pringle has set a time of 2 minutes and 1 second, could definitely be faster. At least half a second faster, for sure. but it will do for now. As he's going so. Hold on, everybody. Sorry, for silence. Don't know if they'll do it, but I'm apparently been on the quiet side. Sorry, everybody. I do not know very well how to change volume, but we'll figure it out. No worries, everybody. But yeah, so far been pretty alright qualifying with some slow people and some actually fast people. I'm sorry, everybody. Just I can't seem to figure out how to make myself louder in the game quieter. So I'm sorry for that. I do not know if it also was a problem yesterday, but I don't know. I'm sorry. Sorry. As we have 5 minutes on the clock for qualifying. As Custom said, set the fastest time for professional ball with a 1:29.8. That's that's a nice one. As we're just following the Williams of Clark's here. With some traffic of Custom there. Might not make him that happy, because traffic is never fun. Not on the highway, not on the Formula 1 track. It's never fun to have traffic. But yeah. For now, pretty chill qualifying so far, in my opinion. In Tier 1 we saw a lot of people spin constantly, just not being able to find grip or just accelerating too fast, but it seems that Tier 2 has everything figured out and is doing a lot better grip wise, not time wise, just grip wise, as these are mostly 130s, and in T1 at the end it was mostly 129. So there you can really see the speed gap between the two, as we still have the Mercedes with a 2-minute timeout there. Still just no improvement, as he is on his outlap now. As there we are following the traffic. Michael going slow, letting the Mercedes and the Ferrari pass. As Mercedes is just trying to get some heat in the tires, get maybe a bit of a better understanding of the track, as he's just been going off track as his problem. But let's see how this goes. As he coming around last corner now to start his time lap. Let's see how much he can improve, if he improves, of course. But I suppose he will, seeing as the 2 minutes would be easy to improve, in my opinion. But maybe he bins it and sets an invalid lap, like he just did in Vettel. That's a rough one. Just setting the limits a bit too much, constant track limits. That's a rough one for sure. As we just have a lot of traffic out on track at the moment, it seems. As the waves of Clark's pass teammate, who is being nice and slow, just like the Ferrari there of Han, all just being nice and slow and nice and dangerous. Because in the end, traffic is actually quite dangerous for all the drivers out there. But it's fine, as yellow we are currently in is just on traffic again. As you can see right there, the AlphaTauri of Custom. As Tiak is out of qualifying now. That's a rough one for sure. He at least has had a pretty good time, and will most likely be able to keep a pretty high position, as we only have 3 minutes to go now for qualifying. As everybody who is currently out on track is indeed just trying to set a better time, as they're across the finish line and does not improve. Who finished 7th is if Michael and Pringle don't improve, that is, as Pringle is of course trying to improve off that 2-minute time. Rough one for sure. As we're following Clarks here, as Giraffe crosses the finish line in and finishes 3rd for now. Same with Han, he also crosses the finish line and will finish 5th for the time being, because we never know if anyone else will improve, as Clark's messed up there and ruins his final flyer. That's a rough one, as he has to stay off the racing line, as others are trying to improve massively, as the Mercedes there sets the 5th fastest time with a 1:36. So if Michael doesn't improve here, then he'll be starting 9th. So, but I don't think he will improve, as he indeed just goes into the pits and calls it a day. As so does Custom. So that was qualifying. And An interesting one, for sure. A pretty chill one, but also interesting with only one car out of qualifying and only a minute to go now. We have with some AIs just driving around endlessly as everyone now has finished. It will be waiting 50 seconds till qualifying ends, or not. Here we go. This was qualifying with there having finished 8th, the person we're following right now, the Red Bull, and so far pretty chill qualifying, as here we have the final results with Cousin on pole position for the race of tonight in his AlphaTauri, with Diak finishing the front row, then Giraffe in 3rd, Clark's 4th, then we have Pringle in 5th, Han in 6th, Racerboy 7th, their 8th, and Michael finishes this list in 9th. As we do have um, some others maybe joining. Not sure if they will make it into the race. As we're now waiting for everybody to get all their strategies set up and getting ready for the formation lap. So hold on, everybody. As we're indeed just waiting for players. Not only waiting for players to spawn, but also waiting for players to get their setup all ready. As the formation lap has begun now, with people immediately getting disqualified from the formation lap. This is not disqualified from the race, but from the formation lap, as we indeed have a 10th person joining us now, which is Daddy Alex? Yeah, Alex. He'll be starting 10th as he did not complete qualifying. But yeah, we're now just following the pack as they're heating up their tires and getting ready for the race. However, Clarks and Pringle can't do that and will have to start on cold tires as they made contact with each other. So that's a rough one. As we saw Robbie going off the track in the background there. As people are just trying to avoid contact and not get disqualified, and the tires cooled down. Alright, well, just waiting for them to complete the formation lap, and then we'll be on the way again for the season opener, Bahrain. This is gonna be an interesting race. Actually, more people right now than the T1 race, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe absolute chaos and people out of the race. As right on the bottom of the screen there, you see the possible race strategies, with most people seeming to be starting on mediums or softs to go for either early pit stops and making an overcut, or just trying to stick through the best strategy, as we see Aston Martin there trying to line up. And if you do not, as Han gets disqualified for last second. As the 5 red lights go on now, and it's lights out and away we go, as they would say, with a pretty great start from everybody so far. See the Ferrari go wide, and Custom will keep their lead as there's so far no contact I can see. And as I say that, Ferrari and the Mercedes touch there in the background, as Ferraris are now fighting each other. As Custom pulls away nicely and is able to keep a comfortable lead. As in the back here we see everybody has sorted that now, and is in the lap 1 terrain now. That will most certainly be changed soon, as people are gonna be pulling away or gonna be fighting with each other, as Mercedes is quite far behind there. Wonder if he had a little moment and went slow. With Han, just as we have, as I'm talking about a Ferrari, we get a virtual safety car for the other Ferrari, the Ferrari of Tiek, spinning and causing a virtual safety car. That's a rough one, as during a virtual safety car, no other, as we see the reason for why the Mercedes is so there, as we see multiple race ratings right now, but virtual safety car is just without any physical car on track, and they're not allowed to change positions. They're allowed to go a bit faster than regular safety car, and overall the pack will be less condensed up. As Pringle had accidentally left, so that's why he was going so slow, but he's catching up now as the race is underway again, as this virtual safety car has ended with Tiek being in the pits and not having a fun race. That's for sure, as we're gonna be following the front runners here, as they're pulling away from the rest of the pack now, and will most likely get a fight out of these three, hopefully, as that always makes for some good entertainment. Hopefully nothing will go wrong, like that just happened with the Ferrari of Piak. And everybody, don't forget that. Oh, as the Red Bull of there just tries to go around the inside. Klikes just doesn't expect him to make such a dive. He goes onto the curb, hits the traffic cone there, and just spins it. Just ruins his whole race, as he is currently slow, most likely because of damage. That's that's a rough one for sure. As we're following Alex now, as in the bottom of your screen you can see that a possible driver left. He was unable to drive and join in time, but it's fine now, as the race is on the way now with these guys, and some people being nice close to each other, so we might see some beautiful fights happen there, as we're following the McLaren of Raceboy getting overtaken. At least Michael is trying to overtake on him, but he failed, as right now they're just trying their best to keep the position or take position, as you want to of course get the most points by finishing the highest. as we have the Aston Martin there of Giraffe. It seems that he had spun it, as Daddy Alex had said, the fastest lap of the race there, as Michael goes for the overtake around the inside and on the inside and jumps the curb, and with that does not make it, as he does have DRS here, so possible second try, as he's just too far away, we see. And back there we can see Ferrari slowly catching up, and might even be joining this fight, as Blood Pringle overtakes there, with there having regrasped this race for him. As the race is absolutely ruined for T, I guess he just absolutely ruined it around the first couple of laps, as behind these guys there's a fight going on between a few guys, as there got overtaken by Blue Giraffe, so that's an interesting one for sure, as Michael is still trying to make the overtake happen there. But the problem on this straight is you don't have DRS, so it's much harder to make an overtake, as he will have DRS around on this straight here, as Raceboy defends the inside line, with Michael going around the outside and making the overtake stick with a little bit of contact there, so Raceboy might have a bit of front wing damage because of that, as they seem to have touched right there, as Raceboy goes for the DRS overtake side by side, and he makes it happen. Yes, he does. Alright, as their fight is now in full swing, as Han is slowly trying to catch up, as I say that Michael spins and ruins the race for him, as he will now have to try and catch up with everyone again to regain that position. And right now they're mostly just 1 or 2 second gaps. People just not close enough for fights or DRS, so it's all pretty chill now. It's all cooled down, as everybody has settled and figured everything out. So yeah, as everything has been going quite easy here, with few people absolutely binning it, as we switch over to the fight between the Ferrari of Han and the McLaren of Raceboy, which you can see how much faster that Ferrari is, especially with DRS there, as he makes the overtake mistake, as Blood Pringle gets 3-second penalty for track limits. That's a rough one for sure, but with that he did overtake Raceboy, but as Raceboy also gets overtaken by Giraffe, as all just making as he most likely took advantage of the gap that Pringle created there. With everybody catching up to Raceboy, might be having a problem there. That might have endured some damage. Doesn't look like it, but it's just going so much slower. I wonder what happened there, but we won't know till we find out. As Michael also overtakes him, as yeah, he's just having a problem. I do not know what it can be, as there's no physical damage on his car, but he is having a problem, as Tiak is also going slow. Man, that's that could be problematic for McLaren there, as you never never want to see that that stuff happen. As we see Pringle try to go around the outside of Han, but just can't make it happen there. As oh, bit of teleportation there, because of which he seemed to have ended up in a fight with the Aston Martin of Giraffe. So don't know what happened there, but it certainly happened. As Tia goes into the pits, not going too hot right now. As yeah, as we see Pringle go slow and pull off to the side there, but does still make it difficult for Giraffe for some reason. As we see Clicks here trying to fighting with Custom to get that first place position, as it's really close. We saw a bit of ghosting happen as people are just teleporting around around the track. That's alarm racing for you. As we're following these two, Pringle is still fighting with Giraffe, and that seems to be a pretty close one. As Clicks here tries to make the overtake happen. Doesn't work. Now he's just trying to catch up and well, overtake somewhere else, because it's difficult to overtake around this track, especially in sector 1, as it has 2 DRS straights and a bunch of slower corners, so that calls for a lot of overtaking opportunity, but also a lot of difficulties, as people are just trying to catch up and overtake. Who also could also see some crashes happen there, but we see Clicks here trying to go for the overtake again. The end of that DRS straight, he's just not close enough to make the overtake happen, as Alex is just watching from the back, looking to see if he can maybe stay close enough to take advantage of a gap that Clicks might create, as he will not be close enough, as Custom does go defensive right there, and takes the inside line just to be safe, as Clicks has to go wide there. That's rough, as because of which he goes slow, makes contact with Alex, but not too much to damage anyone, and Alex overtakes him with ease as he has to go slow. But Clicks is not giving up easily, as he is trying to re-overtake Alex, as he does go off track there. As we have, it seems to be the Aston Martin, seems to be fun. That's no fun, as it's a 3-way battle for first here. Fun to see, as they're all just trying to keep close to each other and make some overtakes happen. As we'll be switching over to Alex now. Yeah, some exciting racing going on for sure. This we have 21 laps to go now. Still, so it's gone a long time. So anything can still happen. The lead might change many times with this fight. This fight could be broken up. Could also be broken up quite easily by pit stops, and it seems that further down the order, everybody has spread out a bit and settled in their position, just trying to survive. they're driving to survive. Right. And while everybody else is setting a position, creating gaps to one another, the top three is still fighting for first, as this can be really exciting or really boring. Depends on what happens, if a crash happens, if people start running away from each other, and if there's just a beautiful fight. Anything can happen really, as these three are fighting with each other for first place. Amazing, amazing to see how close they're able to keep it to each other. As the roles and relationships of the teams with one another does not matter here. It's all about the driver and now about the teams. Of course, there is a constructors championship, so they do try to be the best for the team, but that doesn't mean a whole lot to these drivers right now, as Alex goes around the outside and makes the overtake happen beautifully. But he's definitely not done with Cousin as they go around the outside now, as there's contact there, but doesn't seem to be a whole lot of damage, probably some 4 damage by Cousin now, as they touch and spin, because of which Click's able to make the move to first, as Michael gets a 3-second penalty for track limits. Not really watching track limits here, are they? As Cousin is not going on the way. Seems to be trying him back out of the gravel trap. You know, he most likely could also just go for it. But it is what it is. As Cousin gets a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits, which means that he was just going a bit too fast whilst being off track there. That's rough one for sure, as you already getting punished by spinning and being stuck there, having to let people pass till it's safe. Then also getting a penalty for exceeding them track limits. It's rough, for sure. As we now just have some bigger gaps that have created now, as Han is catching up to Alex, and it seems to be that Giraffe is also catching up to Pringle, with 3 people with builds right now, as Michael goes into the pits. Not necessarily on the late side, but also not necessarily on the early side. As so everybody is now just pulling away from each other, as Han has caught up to Alex, and Cousin comes out of the pits in P9. Let's watch this Red Bull Ferrari battle. See how it goes. And yeah, it's gonna be an exciting one, as Cousin and Baseball are also catching up to each other and gonna be fighting, as we have a beautiful battle going on here with Alex going a bit wide there, but it's all fine, as if they both go into the pits. No, actually not though. Han was just cleverly catching the slipstream and using it to get even faster. He's now in the lead, as it's obviously the pit moment for everybody, as we see Pringle almost crashing into Giraffe there. And yeah, some exciting racing going on there for sure, as Pringle is trying to catch up to Giraffe. And hello to everybody on this Twitch stream. It's the unofficial stream going on for the RRC, T2 race. Go over to YouTube, search up RRC League, and you'll find them there. That's the official stream, which you will want to be watching to support this amazing league, as they do have a sponsorship with Dobby, and Dobby is an energy powder, energy drink powder, and Dobby has been kind enough to do a giveaway with the league. So if you are in the league's Discord, go over to giveaways and hit the confetti cannon button to enter into the competition and get a chance to win 4 different flavors of Dobby. I think I'm getting that correctly. I'm not sure what the exact price is, but you'll be winning Dobby and energy powder. Yeah, and also use code RRC on Dobby's website to get 10% off your next order. That's code RRC. Use it on checkout, as everybody has now just gone to the pits and yeah. So far everything is being pretty chill. And we're following Clark's here, as he does have the fastest sector too, so might be saying fastest lap here. Sorry, I'm getting a few Discord notifications, but nothing to worry about, as we see Pringle catching up to Blue Giraffe, trying to make the overtake happen for 5th place there. Let's see how this battle will unfold. As again, hello everybody to who's watching hello to everybody who's watching the Twitch stream. Go over to YouTube, search RRC League, where you can watch the official stream. I hope everybody is having a good time as this battle is going on, and is enjoying their evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it may be for you. As Blue Giraffe is now trying to keep up with Pringle to maybe re-overtake him, as he has gone outside of that 1 second that you want to stay inside of, so you can get the RS and make the overtake happen, as behind them there the Williams of Michael and of Darryl Cousin are also fighting, as Blue Giraffe is unable to get the RS there, as we see Michael go defensive there, what what a fight going on, as he runs out of ERS, because of which Constant can make the overtake happen really easily. As Bloodbringer gets a 3-second penalty for track limits. That's a rough one for sure, as these drivers seem to have a hard time with track limits. It is what it is. Michael is now just trying to keep up with Gaston to re-overtake him and get 7th place back. Yeah. That's where on the 17 of 29 now, so slowly reaching the end as Alex sets the fast lap with the 133. That's a very nice ISO. I was just unable to catch the other digit, sorry. But he's definitely trying to catch up as Bloodpringle sets the fast time with a 133.2. That's that must be a little sad for that one important point, as you never know how the rest of the championship will go with that one fastest lap point. As people are slowly pulling away from each other again after the pit stop sensation has happened, it's all settling down again. So yeah, very nice. So far, pretty clean racing. Not the cleanest, not at all, because we saw some unnecessary contact from time to time, but it's fine. It can happen to the best of us, as everybody is now just trying to catch up to the others and get a good position. And I'm sorry for any bad commentating or anything I'm saying wrong or something. It's I'm not the best commentator, not at all. As Tiak gets a 3-second penalty for track limits. Everybody is really having a hard time out there, as a Ferrari is going slow. It seems to be the Ferrari of Tiak, with who just got a penalty for track limits, so might be that he gone off track a little. That's rough. This race boy is indeed really slow right now. I'm really curious to what happened to him, because he was going from having a chance to get start 4th to being in last place, just going really slow. Just damage, I suppose, but not anything visual, not any visual damage. As Pringle and Dare are fighting now for P4. As we see like catching up to Racer Boy, as Dare has most likely made contact with Pringle and crashed, but he's unable. He's still able to drive. As Clark's got a 3-second penalty for track limits. Our current current race leader has to keep a pretty big distance to Alex to ensure that he will stay first at the end of the race. As seeing Race Boy getting put on the lap by the top 3 now. As it's a rough one, as there has come into the pits most likely to replace his front wing, as he most likely got front wing damage there. And now come out behind Tiak there, so we'll see how it all goes, because you never know. As everybody is putting away from each other now, quite nicely, but the cousin is catching up to Giraffe, so we might see a little fight happen there between those two. So, but they're quite far apart right now, as Pringle has come into the pits. Interesting, everybody on a different strategy, as we only have 10 laps to go now of this Bahrain Grand Prix, with so far having no DNFs or disqualifications happen, unlike Tier 1 yesterday. So yeah, less chaos, and so far the closest to safety car we have seen was a virtual safety car at the start of the race. So these guys are nice and clean. If you're talking about the amount of safety cars and stuff, they are definitely really clean, as they are able to make overtakes happen without too much contact, unlike others. But yeah, so far the closest we have people being is cousin to Giraffe with a 2-second gap, but nothing that might be hinting to a fight, or might even be a fight. So yeah, as Clark's just trying to take it home now, create a bit of a bigger gap to Alex most likely, as this is on the close side, as we see cousin go into the pits there. Interesting one, as people are making late stops now, so maybe their strategy will work, but I mean sorry, but most likely not. I'm tired, sorry guys, I'm quite tired. I had a pretty long day with a bunch of trouble, so yeah. As we do have a lot of people with penalties, so yeah, that will definitely change up the other a bit. Most likely not a whole lot, but will do something, I think. Never know. But yeah, so far pretty relaxed race these past couple of laps, as we haven't seen too much action, as Racer Boy gets put on a lap by Giraffe, having a really rough time right there. 47 seconds of new car. That's rough. Alex is within those 3 seconds. Completely first now, as Blood Pringle sets false lap with a 132. That's so he's just trying to catch up to Michael there. As we see Alex in the background there, slowly, surely creeping up to Clark's there to overtake him and secure that first place for sure. As he is within 3 seconds of Clark, so he will get first, no matter what. If he is able to keep the gap this close. But yeah, as we see Clark's going to the other side of the track for some reason. Don't see why Steady Alex is quite far behind still. So, yeah, interesting. But it is what it is. As Racer Boy seems to try and unlap himself from Blue Giraffe, but that will most definitely be difficult, as he is going faster than Blue Giraffe at the moment. As Michael gets a 3-second penalty for track limits. That's not fun, as he already had a penalty, so will most likely end up in 6th place, as it's looking right now. As Pringle gets a 3-second penalty for track limits also, so no, everybody isn't doing too hot right now. With Alex catching up to Klaus really well there, with only with a gap of only 1 second and 7 milliseconds. So definitely trying to make the overtake happen for first, just to be safe, because you never know. As Tia gets a 3-second penalty for track limits, and it's a safety car. Why is there a safety car out on track? And that's because Tiek has crashed, most likely spun and crashed, seeing as how he first got track limits and didn't seem to be very close to anybody else. That's rough. As these gaps are now gonna get really close, as people are also pitting, as it's the perfect pit opportunity, as you have much as you miss out on much less time under the safety car. But this will definitely make it all really interesting, as the times are gonna be close together and penalties are gonna be playing a big role there. As we're just now waiting for them to catch up to the safety car, to so we can everybody. As Haan gets a drive-through penalty for going too fast under safety car conditions. That's a rough one, but yeah, we'll most likely see Racer Boy be allowed to unlap himself from everybody and then catch up behind the safety car, as it might be a safety car finish. So we'll see. We'll see. As people have to catch up from far and wide, as people are also coming into the pit. So we'll see. As the safety car queue is very long, as you can see, one whole car. So yeah, very interesting of this, because I was talking about how they were keeping it clean, no safety cars so far before, and now here we are behind the safety car. As people are slowly catching up to the safety car, and yeah, racer will most likely be allowed to unlap himself from everyone. So very very boring conditions, safety car always. Very boring in my opinion, because, well, don't have much exciting to talk about except how life is. Because, it's the only thing I can come up with. I'm not a really good commentator, I know, but whatever. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful time there, wherever you may be, and hope you're having fun so far. So yeah, we are under safety car conditions now, because Tiek spun and DNF'd. So yeah, that's real fun. And so far we don't see Razor Boy being allowed to overtake the safety car and unlap himself, so might be that they keep him lapped or just wait for everybody to be called up to the safety car. But you never know. Sorry for the silence. I'm a bit tired right now, as you can see everybody is having really close times to each other, except for Racer Boy, as he has been lapped by the top 3 right now. So yeah. As we see people weaving to weaving to keep the tires warm, as Silix will get his 3-second penalty removed, as Pringle gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Michael. So that's interesting one, as the safety car is coming in this lap. So yeah, as the safety car lights indeed go out, there will be a 15 car gap to the safety car, and as soon as the safety car enters the pits, he's allowed to get on the way again, as there gets a 5-second penalty for I couldn't read the reason, most likely speeding on the pit under safety car conditions, as we have a little contact right there with a front wing end plate coming off there, as people are overtaking like crazy, trying to gain as much positions as possible, as Alex overtakes Clarks there, and there is a whole lot going on, as this boy most likely has to let the people behind him pass, as he's still left. So as Kostenkov his 5-second penalty will be removed, so he doesn't have to worry about that one too much. As we're following Alex right now, but we'll be switching over to some close racing, as we only have 3 laps to go for this Bahrain Grand Prix, and this will also be the final time I'll be saying this, but remember that we do have a giveaway in our Discord, so don't forget to take part in our giveaway together with Dobby, as Daddy Alex sets a fast lap there. But yeah, don't forget about the giveaway, as we will be needing at least 20 entries to make it actually happen, as Pringle gets a 3-second penalty for track limits. That's a rough one. But yeah, don't forget about our giveaway with Lobby, and if you're going to just order some Lobby, not wait to see if you win the giveaway, use code RRC and check out for a 10% discount. So you'll support the league and get a discount at the same time. Ain't that fun? As Pringle overtakes Giraffe for P2. As Race Boy gets a 3-second penalty for track limits, but it won't be making much of a difference, as he is lost no matter what, as Alex sets a fast lap, as DRS is enabled for the final lap of this Bahrainian Grand Prix. People just sticking behind each other. So everybody is also trying to make up positions, as we have yellow flag in sector 1, but cleared up quite quickly, as we see they're trying to overtake Giraffe, and fails to do so right there. But it's all okay, as he is able to do it later. As we're coming up to turn 10 right now, one of the trickiest corners of this circuit, with the most lockups happening right there. As I'm going to turn 11 and 12 now to see if Giraffe is able to stay close enough to make an overtake happen for second place. But I don't think so, as we have a yellow flag in sector 2 with Pringle seeming to go really slow there, as Alex crossed the line in first with their second, and Giraffe actually second, and they're falling all the way back to fourth there, as a Rebel 1-2 won't be happening because of penalties, as everybody is slowly coming over the finish line, as Pringle gets a 5-second penalty for unserved penalties, which will most likely be but where we are on board with Giraffe, who finished second, as Alex gets the driver of the day for his amazing performance out there, and this was a pretty interesting but still pretty relaxed race, to say the least. As there we see everybody on the podium now. Amazing stuff for everybody, and penalties and everything will be figured out now by are in league FIA to maybe get some penalties removed or added. So this will not be our final result, but here we have our result for the time being, with Alex winning this amazing season opener, with Giraffe in second, Kluix in third, there in fourth, Kostenkov in fifth, Michael in sixth, Haan in seventh, Pringle in eighth, Racer Boy in ninth, and Tiek in 10th place to finish this race, as Tiek has DNF'd. So everybody have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever, what time it may be for you, doesn't matter. Have a nice day, and maybe we'll see each other later. Goodbye, everybody.